This week in false lore, true lore. Did you figure out which were false and which were true? Leaving a book open upside down makes the story seep into the floorboards. This old superstition traces back to 19th century New England, where storytellers warned, "Don't bruise the spine, or the tale will leave you." It was believed that placing a book upside down, especially on wood, let the story's narrative spirit drain out, absorbed by the grain like spilled tea. The floorboards would then carry whispers of the tale, especially at night. In one village, creaking floorboards were blamed for children reciting pirate dialogue in their sleep. In another, a baker claimed her sourdough starter began telling her riddles after she left. Some even say haunted houses aren't from ghosts, just a century of poorly stored novels. The lore behind why Toronto's Line 5 still isn't finished. They say the Eglinton Crosstown can't be finished, because something's buried under it. Construction started in 2011. It was supposed to open in 2020. Now, it's 2025, and still, no trains. One version of the lore says a concrete pillar was poured on the wrong kind of soil. Another says each delay feeds something sleeping beneath Avenue Road. No one knows for sure. But every time they promise a new opening date. The Crosstown timeline gets one day longer. Old sea captains believed blinking at seagulls would ensure safe passage. This superstition first appeared in a sailor's log from 1783, where a captain wrote, "The gull saw me. I blinked twice. We sailed smooth." The belief was that seagulls were the sky spirits of former sailors, watching for poor manners or bad luck. Making eye contact and blinking politely showed respect and trust. No blink. That was seen as a challenge. Some captains even trained new crew members in seagull etiquette, which included not pointing, not smirking, and giving 2 slow blinks. One ship reportedly turned back after the lookout forgot to blink at a gull circling the mast. A week later, the ship's compass cracked in half. Coincidence? Maybe, but better safe than salty? A hat on a windowsill invites confusing dreams. That saying shows up in scattered European folktales from the 1700s, usually scribbled in the margins of prayer books or written into letters between siblings. The belief hats are vessels of intention. If left on a windowsill, between the inside and the outside, they become little dream portals, but not for your dreams, for someone else's. It was said a traveler's hat on a windowsill might bring dreams in foreign languages, or of places you've never been. One woman claimed she dreamed of a chess game, played by 2 men in hats, while her own hat watched from a windowsill. Superstitious inns in Wales used to post signs, "Keep your caps off the sill lest you borrow a stranger's will." Whispering your destination into your Air Canada boarding pass ensures a smoother flight. They say if you're flying Air Canada, there's a trick. Before boarding, hold your pass. Whisper your destination once, not above a murmur. Legend says the plane flies better when it knows you're sure. It adjusts, listens. Some swear their jet lag was lighter, or that the flight felt personal. The tradition supposedly started with a pilot in 1973, who only flew well when passengers believed they'd land safely. So whispering became a kind of pact. No one talks about it now. But if your flight's delayed, maybe you forgot to say it. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. Before the invention of pockets, nobles kept secrets in hollowed-out bread rolls. It sounds ridiculous, but in the courts of 15th century Burgundy it was said that a well-dressed nobleman might stroll with a baguette in hand, not for eating, but for scheming. Back then, hiding a folded note inside a crusty roll wasn't just practical, it was genius. It was rarely questioned by guards or servants. If you were searched, they'd pat your cloak, not your ciabatta. In one tale, a duke passed love letters to a forbidden mistress during banquets via warm sourdough. Another story claims an entire assassination plot was hidden in a rye loaf, disguised as lunch. The tactic died out when one noble accidentally buttered a message and ate half of it. In 1919, Finland passed a short-lived law classifying owls as daybirds. Not a metaphor, a real policy. Some say it was just a translation error. Others claim it was symbolic, a way to break the stigma around things that dwell in the dark. The law lasted 6 weeks, the owls unmoved. The repeal happened quickly and quietly at night. Well, which is it? If a spider crawls across your tea, it means someone nearby is plotting a surprise. According to Victorian tea house superstition, spiders were messengers of merry mischief. A spider crossing your cup wasn't bad luck. It meant plans were in motion. Some believe the spider's direction told you the type of surprise. Clockwise, a gift. Counterclockwise, a visit. Straight in. Probably sweets. High society tea rooms kept small booklets called arachnomancy guides to decode spider movements. One noblewoman even brought her own tea spider in a locket, just to test the mood. The key?
Ow?
You weren't allowed to swat the spider? If you did, your surprise became disappointing on purpose. In Japanese folklore, seeing a frog means rain is on the way. Farmers once believed frogs were tiny prophets. Their croaks weren't just calls, they were offerings, little throat prayers to the sky. And when the rain came, they'd say, "The frog asked nicely," the gods answered. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. Using chopsticks in a dream is said to bring long life, but only if you're not stealing food in that dream. In parts of East Asia, dream symbol guides list utensils as metaphors. Forks bring change, knives bring urgency, but chopsticks, I mean balance, longevity, peace. Unless the dream ends with them falling, then it means you're rushing life. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. It's bad luck to wear matching socks during a thunderstorm. In parts of West Africa, stormy evenings once carried a warning. Dress crooked, stay safe. Folklore claimed that lightning spirits admired symmetry and would chase it. Two identical socks was seen as an invitation. Children were told to mismatch quickly when thunder rolled in. Elders kept odd gloves or scarves handy just in case. A mismatched outfit confused spirits and protected the soul from being snatched in a flash. Even today, some households quietly swap a sock when the sky turns dark, just to be safe. If you whisper your caption aloud before posting, the reel will reach strangers. It's not about clarity, it's all about the intent. Old lore says algorithms are like spirits. They respond best when you speak first. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. A yawn in an elevator invites shared dreams. Brief, confusing, but shared. The idea first circulated in Berlin apartments in the 1990s. You might see the same hallway, hear the same music. So if a stranger yawns, say nothing. Just sleep later. You've already booked the dream together. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. At La Ventana Cafe in Detroit, they say, if you sip your espresso without speaking, you'll hear the echo of a beat no one else hears. The locals call it the espresso echo. It's not music. It's not quite. It's the building remembering distant hums, forgotten lyrics, basement techno loops, stored in the walls like breath. Some say the rhythm changes depending on what you're thinking, or who sat there before you. So if the table vibrates just slightly, don't check your phone. Just listen. Well, which is it? Follow for more lore. In Iceland, many people still believe in elves and avoid building where they might live. In Iceland, many still believe in elves, the Huldufolk. Roads have been rerouted to avoid disturbing their homes. Construction paused until rituals are done. Not everyone believes, but most still ask permission. Well, which is it?